welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Another match, again so soon, but this time we have game 2 of round 2, Noxus versus Zaun. Noxus last time able to, destroy Demacia is probably the best way to put it. Gave them a good showing too and picked up their first win, and Zaun were also able to claim victory over the midgets of Bundle City. So both teams here looking for their second win, and who can be, that's not good at all. We've got an unconnected Jinx on one side and a disconnected Draven on this side. I don't know what's going on at all this
Warwick,
game, but
not
anyway.
Draven. Disconnected Warwick, not Draven.
Was it?
Yeah, Draven's walking up the lane, KRIEGAN's just still in base.
Definitely came up as Draven on my screen, but okay. Right, anyway, we'll introduce the teams, I guess, now. Well, hopefully we've got the most of them online. Representing Noxus this time, to much people's chagrin, we have Morgana again, and I'll let you complain about that in the comments more. Draven on AD carry, LeBlanc in the mid, Warwick in the top lane, who apparently is moving, which is all good, and Dr. Mundo in the jungle. Over on the other side,
we've got Singed top, Urgot mid, Zac in the jungle, and Jinx and Blitzcrank bottom.
yeah, that did not sync up at all, and fucking hell, the ignite thing's stuck on nothing. Right, cool, right, this is already going fantastic.
Do you want to start over? Because I think I've got the thing about who was actually disconnected wrong as well.
No, it doesn't matter. Right, fuck it,
Okay.
we'll do it live.
We're doing it live! Alright,
We're doing it live. This is
fine.
It's an
This is
organic process. We learn as we go. I didn't even introduce you this time.
It's fine, I've been on one
People
video,
expect
they
you
know who I am.
now.
Apparently
all
this is
12
gonna be a
of
lot
my
more casual.
viewers.
All 12. There were 13 actually earlier.
Oh, I'm glad someone's looking at those. I really hope Jinx connects. I really, really hope she does.
Yeah, missing the AD carry is going to hurt them a lot.
And it's not like Noxus will do the honourable thing and like hold back a player whilst they're 4v5. They will take this to the thing. So it's not looking good for Zaun straight out the gate. Blitzcrank giving all that help to the Zac, helping him take the blue buff. Now, this is funny, like, while we've got like nothing essentially going on, people just hitting each other in the lanes, like top and stuff, we'll cover some of the shit that people are going to argue about in the comments, which is the only comments I ever get on these videos, is people arguing about where things are from. So both of these top laners, Warwick and Singed, both from Zaun. Singed, of course, fighting on the side of Zaun, but Warwick's on the other side. Oh my god, Warwick from Zaun, yeah. It's because of Noxus and Zaun's friendly relationship. In times of battle and on the Summoner's Rift, they can call forth certain Zaunite champions to fight for them. Most of the time it's Singed, Warwick and Mundo, so that is why you will see Warwick and Mundo on the side of Zaun today.
Yeah, I mean, we had a lot of fights about this in the champion loading screen.
Oh yes.
Just between the players in this game, they were given, I think there was a good half hour where they were all discussing which champs they were going to take, and arguing out which team was getting which champions took most of that time. It was crazy. But,
So, actually, down bottom, it does appear that Draven has been standing back. So, no, I wasn't. I was going on about the.
Yeah, no, I know. I thought it was the Warwick because he was just in the base. Not
No,
moving,
but like
Draven was disconnected.
He's connecting and disconnecting, but I don't know whether that's why he's standing back or whether they're doing the honourable thing. But oh god, they've got a lot of damage going down up the top here. LeBlanc going in onto Zac. Able to pick up the first blood onto him, but Mundo running into the Urgot. Cinch has come down from the top lane, flipping the LeBlanc, the ignite's down, and that's a double kill onto the mid Urgot. Crabgot, bitches, get down. Time to get funky.
That's how you respond to a first blood, really, isn't it? Like, nicely done.
Yeah, it's nicely done. That's as well, like, Zac must have really badly got caught out then, because of course he's got his Cell Division passive, which must have already been popped, and then he was killed by the LeBlanc afterwards.
Yeah, I mean, Zac's got ridiculous escape, so for him to get caught, it's got to be really unlucky for him.
It's quite possible, like, it was a joint effort between Mundo and LeBlanc to catch him, because Mundo was, of course, very close by, and obviously very low health when the Urgot managed to pick up the kill on him, but Urgot's got double buffs now, so that's going to help a lot. I mean, LeBlanc picks up a first blood in mid lane, but Urgot with double buffs, Urgot is a huge lane bully, and he's moving his way down.
Heading bomb.
Oh, the grab onto Draven takes him under the tower. The binding comes out.
They do have that river warded, and they will know the Urgot's there, but it still looks like he's going to get this Draven.
Yeah, he's landed that. He's landed the E, meaning his
that Draven is
auto attack.
He's gone. Let's see if they can get the Morgana as well. I don't think they will, but you never know with the Blitzcrank.
Oh, Blitzcrank's got all the way around the side.
Blitzcrank might be fucked himself.
The ignite's been laid down by Morgana, and she's chasing
I think Morgana might just about get the kill on this Blitz.
Oh, the E comes down though. She's following up still on it.
Yeah, I mean, if she overcommits, she's going to get caught by the Urgot. But she's going for the Blitz!
He lets.
Oh, that's
going
unlucky!
I don't know what to say. He gets it up
It's an
top lane.
admirable effort for the Morgana. You know, she knew she was going to get caught by the crab
Yeah.
god, and she thought, I can get the blitz, and she just didn't, man. That knock-up, too good.
She landed the Q. I thought that would be enough to kill him. Wasn't, and he was just on the edge of the pool, mislaid down the pool, and wasn't able to catch Blitzcrank, and he survived very luckily from that situation.
Now we look at mid, where they're collapsing in on the LeBlanc.
This Urgot is everywhere right now. You cannot escape the crabs. It's also worth noting earlier, while that bottom lane fight was going on, Mundo ganked the top lane and picked up the Warwick picked up the kill on the enemy Singed. So good things happening for the other team around the map as well. Apart from the fact that it is a 5v4 match and Zaun are basically relying on this Urgot to carry them at this point. 4-0, 5 minutes, well, just short of 6 minutes in. He's gonna.
Yeah, I mean, considering the Jinx is missing, the purple team are doing spectacular in terms of farm. They're staying very, very well up there. They're actually slightly higher on gold at the moment because of kills.
Yeah, that Urgot. I mean, it's a 2-kill differential. I mean, it's not that much into the game, but the farms being even, those kills are making up that little bit of difference.
Yeah.
And the Urgot double buff does run out now, so his power is going to be down, but he is now 2 levels higher than his LeBlanc lane opponent, meaning LeBlanc is going to spend a little bit of time being not relevant in this game. But down the bottom, Blitzcrank standing alone against these two. I mean, he got involved in a couple kills, but he's going to have a tough time. He's not going to be able to do much. His Draven levels up, level 4 now, same as him. He's going to just start doing a lot of damage.
I mean, if he can grab that Morgana deep under tower, the tower hits will easily help him with his knock-up. I mean, Blitz is one of those characters who you don't want to go in too deep on a Blitzcrank, because you will get, you know, a god hand to the face.
Unless you stun him underneath tower with a bunch of minions next to you, apparently that works.
Oh yeah, he's taking damage then, but I think he's still got some pots.
Oh, gets the knock-up on the correct one there.
I mean, he's just sort of trying to scare them off. He's still getting hit by the stuns. He is going to struggle.
Misses the grab there and thing. And we've got Singed, dirty farming, proxy farming, whatever the hell you want to call it, on the other side.
But we've got Warwick coming in on him, and this could end badly for Singed.
Yeah, it's both level 6, so I wonder if they're cool. It looks like LeBlanc's coming over this way. Yeah, they're going to try and collapse in onto our friend Singed here. Oh, that cheeky little flip that way, but we've still got. It's only a level 5. But there's the.
I mean,
suppress.
Yeah, once he got the suppress off, that was all over.
Yeah, I think it's a time-honored classic play method for Singed, but you know, he didn't pop his armor there, I don't think. So, well, he definitely didn't. I can see he didn't. So
he should be a lot better going into the next engagement with that Warwick up top.
Yeah. Zac and Urgot here in the enemy jungle trying to catch out the. Oh, Jinx is back.
This is
level 1 to the level 6s. Oh no, they're still 4 and 5, but they got a level 6 Blitzcrank to contend with, who is still taking huge amounts of damage. But
I mean, if Jinx is now underfarmed, underfed, she will take a lot of time to catch up, but she is back in the game.
Like I talked about in the last game, though, we got this tower. It's well under half health. These are the squishiest towers in the game now due to recent changes. That tower's going to go down pretty soon. Like Jinx at level 1 isn't going to be able to defend it, and if she's not very careful, she will just get gimped instantly. So.
Pretty much. I mean, once she hits level 6 and she gets her ult, she will be a lot more helpful, even though she's lower level. But until then, this Blitz is basically going to have to hold his own for even longer.
Zac trying to steal the enemy blue buff there, but unable to get the smite down, and Mundo picks it up instead, though, meaning that LeBlanc has denied a blue buff. She's still 2 levels down, just hit 6, decides to go all in onto the Urgot, gets the ignite down, and in comes Mundo with the cleaver to the face. And down goes Crabgore, which is a massive shame.
An absolutely brutal kill there by the Mundo. You love watching a cleaver kill. It's good fun.
Yeah, Urgot had it coming. He was far too pushed in the lane, but I mean, he still should be quite far ahead of this LeBlanc, regardless. Up top, the farm. Though Singed is 2 deaths down, and both of those kills have gone over to his lane enemy Warwick, he is up on farm. He's almost 20, yeah, he's 20 CS up on Warwick, so doing well. Let's have a look at how Jinx is getting manhandled down bottom. She has made it to level 2, so thank God for small miracles. The tower is very close to going down. And
I thought the tower's going down now, even if they don't kill those minions. Nope. Okay.
No, but this way they get to deny more farm that hits the tower, hopefully. Wow. And they've even got Mundo just hanging out here.
Like, because they need 3 people to gank a level 2 Jinx.
Just to secure the kill, you know, I mean,
They've got a stun and a Draven. I mean, Draven's hit level 6 now. They don't need a level 8 Mundo.
They need to
in
not
there
go in on this.
really,
There goes the Mundo. Oh god, they get the stand aside. Mundo pops the ult.
So it's down. That Jinx is fucked. Here comes Zac.
They've already expended 2 ultimates.
Zac's not leaping in.
Zac's not leaping in, and we've got Urgot coming around the side. Mundo's trying to get out. You go ahead. You speak about it.
Mundo's down and they're now collapsing on Morgana, and that's what was the trade there? Was that a 3 for 1? 2 for 1.
Singe died up in the top lane, it looks like, again. Other to that fight, they've got LeBlanc coming around the back, but they only lost Jinx, and they've picked up Mundo and Morgana in that, so slightly favourable for them, especially considering, right, they were going for the Jinx, and they popped Mundo ultimate and Morgana ultimate very early just to kill the Jinx, who was very low level.
Yeah.
I mean,
this is interesting here now, bottom. We've got LeBlanc creeping in. You've got the Draven still in lane, and they're collapsing on the Blitz. They're going to get the kill on the Blitz, but now they've got the Urgot and the Jinx to contend with. Jinx not scary, but that Urgot has double buff.
Oh, he does, and he's hitting the Qs, and he's hitting everything.
That's a lot of damage down on that LeBlanc, and you've got Zac.
Zac's going for it, but he's not going to be far enough in. She uses the distortion away, and she comes back in, she's being cheeky.
That could have been a bad move.
No, but he's got locked down already.
Now the Urgot's made it round.
And meanwhile, the level 3...
Up the forward tower, and the Jinx
this Urgot, man against the world right now. Finally, Draven turns around, and they start going in. They land all of the CC, and Urgot goes down.
I think Urgot definitely overstayed his welcome there. There wasn't that much the Jinx could do. The Zac was dead. Oh no, the Zac wasn't dead, the Zac had left.
Yeah, he got himself out.
He got 1v4'd, I mean...
Urgot against the Noxus Empire right there, and Jinx needs to be very careful. Luckily Draven doesn't have any mana. There is a double buffed Morgana there who could just chain red slows on her.
I mean, it's interesting, the Jinx has
really
caught up quite a lot. She's level 5 now, she's not too far off 6.
Oh yeah.
How's she doing on farm? 13 CS. Not great, but I mean, she's
not
done
great,
the best she can.
but anything she gets at this point is good for her, so... It is the thing though, like, though she was, level 1, you come back into the game, things are worth more experience to you as...
Oh yeah, you catch up
Dragon attempt
than you would naturally level.
There are no wards from either team, there is no sweeper on, apparently Jinx didn't pick up anything to do with warding and stuff like that.
It looks like a free dragon, but Zac's coming in now with the ward.
Too late. No ward control from either team put down on that one, and that made it an easy dragon. Like, Noxus didn't bother to check, but it didn't hurt them any. And the Draven ult going out there, I think, just trying to be cheeky. Jinx has hit level 6 now, so she's got the Super Mega Death Rocket. If she can make good use of that, in conjunction with her fed Urgot teammates and Baller Singed, then she can pick up some kills and start getting herself ready.
They've got to watch the Morgana with double buff there is going to deal a lot of damage. And have a lot of sustain. So...
Yeah.
Draven's still a little way away from lane. They could do a bit more damage to that tower, but I think they're being sensible.
Yeah, they're going to be so outclassed when Draven...
What's happening mid here?
Oh! The rocket goes in!
Oh, just misses!
Oh, Warwick's coming in.
I was going to say that's a very lucky Zac, but it looks like he's fucked. Yep, there we go.
It's going to be Cell Division pops.
Warwick's going to manage to get all of those.
Yeah, LeBlanc's going to come round.
If he gets back up, I'd have thought the Warwick can kill him.
Yep, oh, but Urgot's gone onto... Ah! It's not looking good for Zaun now, like... LeBlanc picking up that Urgot as he rotates around to try and help out Zac, who's been caught out in the jungle. They're going to get demolished in the bottom lane. Like, they do not want to trade at all. They don't want Blitzcrank to hit hooks. They don't want to be anywhere close to this other duo.
I don't know, once that Morgana's double buff goes, Jinx isn't that underleveled anymore.
She isn't underleveled, but she's underfarmed, and you can see there's a BF sword between them, like, difference. That's a huge difference in damage, and also she has just used her ultimate, her execute finisher. She's not going to be able to execute them.
That's true, but I mean, a blitz grab and a knock up, it takes people, and the silence as well, it takes people out of the game for a surprising amount of time, and Jinx can still lay an awful lot of damage down in the time that Blitz can distract them for.
That's contending against the Morgana Black Shield.
Oh yeah, it's all sorts of back and forth, but I like a Blitz in lane.
Oh, they use the Talisman Ascension, the Q from Morgana misses, but she flashes in and activates the ultimate. Good flash away there from Jinx.
Flashes away, Zac's coming in behind.
Draven laying down the damage though, and Morgana's now on the run, the Q hits.
Oh!
Zac comes in and finishes off the kill, Draven goes in and just demolishes.
Urgot's coming in behind, and this Draven is going down.
Yep. But he did absolutely destroy Jinx there. Just went through the team and just went there. LeBlanc looked like she was going to try and roam down, but didn't in the end.
Interesting there that the kill went to the Urgot, the already fed, and I mean he's he's tried to 1v4 the enemy team already. At this point, you know.
I think with the disruption, like if he plays with his team and he's got the disruption of Singed and Zac and Blitzcrank all around him, he's going to be in amongst them doing damage whilst those three hopefully disrupt, and Jinx is going to be at the back line laying down damage. I think they. I mean,
that kill on the Draven must have given him a reasonable amount of gold there. I would have thought.
On gold values, Urgot should be the richest in the game. Yeah, by quite a long margin, he is the richest in the game. I think he's 500 up over the closest person. 6 kills. Oh, excuse me. 6 kills is going to do that.
I mean, his closest competitor has 4 kills, so I mean he's 2 kills up on anyone and a lot more than that up on most people.
And he's just able to take the LeBlanc burst. Like, as this game goes on and he gets more of those items that he loves to build. Good dodge there from LeBlanc, she goes in. Switch comes in from Urgot, but it's not enough, and there's 4 Noxus champions here, and they just collapse down onto that Blitzcrank and kill him. It looks like they're going to try and go to Urgot under tower, but that's a bad idea. They land the Q back onto Zac. Q still coming out from Urgot there, and it looks like everyone's just going to disengage. Cheeky kill on the robot and get out.
They get the blitz.
Oh! Where was she? Where is she? I cannot see where she died. Oh my god, can you find the LeBlanc corpse, because she must have been hit by a death rocket then, and we completely missed that.
I'm not scouring the whole map looking for a single corpse. That's not going to happen.
You should be able to see a purple X and bones like on the map. She died. Oh, but we got a big fight going on, which luckily the camera's on. Suppress goes down onto Urgot from Warwick and he dies. Zac's also going to die by the looks of things. There's the hook in from Blitzcrank seals.
Yeah, Zac's down, Warwick's low. Warwick's being chased by the Blitzcrank.
And they've got
Blitz is going to get this kill.
Singe going in onto 2 here, and let's have a look around. I mean, Warwick's a really fast little champion, and
it was interesting. I was going to say, it's interesting, a minute ago the Warwick turned around, used his Q on Blitz, and Blitz looked a little bit scared, but the Singed is here to clean up the mess. That's a bad flip!
I don't know, he's just sort of stuck at the wrong side of the map, to be fair. Like, he can't go anywhere.
They've got the Jinx here as well. This
could be a really needed kill, and another shutdown for Jinx. This is what's going to get her back in the game. She's got her BF sword now. She may still not have a bloodthirst to complete
we were laughing about what was happening, but do you reckon they were actually waiting for the Jinx to turn up so that they could give her the kill, so they could get her back in the game, or do you think that was just how it worked out?
I think he was sort of giving the run around. I don't know if the flip over the wall was entirely intentional. Whether they did or not, it's kind of unclear. Warwick was trying to be a bit slippery, and Blitzcrank really, he has no damage to kill Warwick. Warwick is just going to use his Q, heal off him, and eventually just be able to turn around and kill the Blitzcrank. So that's probably why he was hesitant. And then Singed is like, he's already died 3 times to Warwick. Warwick's now 5-1. Like, he's doing very well for himself. A little bit behind on farm compared to the Singed, but farming against the Singed is always going to be hard.
Yeah, I mean, the only person with close to that many kills is the Urgot, really, but he's got 4 deaths instead of the 1 death which the Warwick has. I mean, the Warwick's got to be pleased with his performance.
Blitzcrank walking straight up here. They use the suppression down there, and she distorts back. Warwick going in.
Suppresses the Blitzcrank, which is a weird move, isn't it? You'd think he'd go for the Urgot.
Blitzcrank, Draven in
Blitz
the
is
side,
dead, Draven's in. You've got Mundo coming in as well.
Yeah, all 5 of Noxus are here. Slow coming down. Chomper's coming down. Urgot decides to turn around and fight, doing tons of damage, but not enough. Super Mega Death comes in, but doesn't actually manage to execute anybody. Singe has also joined the fray now. Draven ult comes back. Warwick flips back in, taking some damage from the Jinx there, and it looks like he's going to go down.
A leap from the Zac there to try and get the Morgana, results in the Zac setting off his passive. They're under tower now, which is going to make it difficult for Zaun to get any of the final kills, but it looks like they might get the LeBlanc.
No, the poison damage is going to be enough. Singe takes the damage from the tower, and the Draven finishes him off, and is going to follow up onto the Jinx there. She's got a barrier, but it's not going to be enough.
Oh,
she gets the lucky crit!
Jinx gets the Draven!
They managed to trade it with the Mundo wailing on her face, so at the end that turns in for a 3-for-2 trade in favour of Noxus, and this game is just these two taking chunks out of each other right now. There isn't much play for objectives. Hook for Wild just missing there.
Confident hook from the Blitz there.
Confident. That's a double buff Mundo. I've got this.
It's a level. He's got 2 levels on him as well, you know. But
support life.
I guess he knew the Urgot was behind him. He wouldn't have been in too much trouble.
Oh, Urgot. Yeah, sorry. Looking straight at it. Like oh my god. Yeah, this game they're just smashing each other back and forth. It's still, I'd like to say it's relatively close. There's about 4k gold difference now because Noxus keeps getting the better of these engagements every time. A few more kills, and they've got that dragon, and it looks like they're going to pick up a second one. There is a ward here spotting them out, but I don't know if Zach's going to be down here in time. The dragon's going very low, and there's whether Mundo's going to be able to smite it. The Q from Morgana stops it.
And there's the rocket from Jinx. I'm calling this in favour of Zaun, but here comes the Warwick.
Talisman of Ascension gets him back out. LeBlanc turns around and pops that Zach. Morgana goes down.
The Draven kills the Urgot. They're chasing after the Blitz. The Blitz is low, and the Blitz is going to get caught.
LeBlanc
the Jinx flashes away, but the Jinx is caught by the LeBlanc.
And she gets taken down in the end of the day, and
so does the Blitz.
Blitzcrank just get taken down underneath the tower by a Knight or something or other, Warwick, apparently.
I mean, you were saying it's quite close, but we're now, what is that, an 8 kill difference? 8 gold difference. I mean, they're going to get the mid tower as well, which is, it's an important tower.
Yeah, it's somewhat like Noxus is getting the better of these little skirmishes that have been going on, so they were taking better gold lead. It was a 4k, it's now gone up to around about 6-7k actually with that. They're starting to just take the turrets, and Singe can split push all day, but I don't think he's going to be able to make up the damage being done by the enemy team here. And Mundo very confidently following into the Singed here, never chases.
Yeah, I mean, there was a Draven ult in there as well to help him out.
But he's rapidly losing health, even with his ultimate on there. And just, well, Draven running up to the Singed here feels pretty confident about being able to take this one, but Singed running as per usual on his trampoline feet. And calms down for a second, but
got Warwick pushing bottom very hard, but I have a feeling the Jinx and the Urgot are heading towards him.
It does look that way. But if we just take a look at the wider matches at all, like, I feel Zaun's problem here is they've got, like, this Urgot's got damage. He's able to put out this damage. He's going to be focused quite heavily compared to the Jinx, but the Jinx has finished an Infinity Edge now, and she's going to get natural attack speed from her Q while it's on Pow Pow. Let's go for that. But other than that, they've got 3 tanky, disruptive members, and ooh, I've just stopped moving the camera completely.
Yeah, I mean, I think Zaun are going to scale slightly better than the other team.
But I think their problem is like they're the ones getting caught out at the moment. LeBlanc is very good at doing that, forcing picks. Like if she gets ward vision of someone slightly out of position, she's just going to go directly down onto it. And the thing, strangely enough, the thing that's working best against all of this, I feel, is the Morgana ult. Like in that last fight in the river, just Morgana ulted up, and whoa, Urgot takes a hell of a ton of damage from the laughing LeBlanc there. Just a tad cocky, but I think.
Yeah, but Urgot went down like a sack of shit then, didn't he?
Yeah.
That's what happened. He just got his ass kicked. We've now got all sorts of little engagements, people sort of feeling each other out, poking a little bit, but nothing big kicking off. That was a good kill on the Urgot.
Yeah, and then we got Jinx coming in from the side area. If she ain't careful with this, LeBlanc will just turn around and destroy her, which it looks like is going to happen. Just 2 hits there. 2 hits.
That LeBlanc is hitting like a fucking truck, basically, isn't she?
She's got Q max. She's got W 4 ranks into it already now. Like when the.
I mean, she's got the needlessly large rod. I imagine she's going to be building towards what's the heart thing? The wizard heart, which gives you a lot of AP. She's building towards that one.
Well,
yeah, she's building towards the Rabadons, and
she could do that. She could go for a Zonya's. Doesn't look like she's going to favour a Deathfire's Grasp. Blitzhook lands onto a Morgana shield there. LeBlanc takes a lot of damage. She gets taken down by the Urgot. Morgana roll goes down in the middle, underneath tower, but it's Zaun for theirs. Draven ult goes across, but it's not able to pick anyone up. Blitzcrank is bleeding, but he uses Talisman's Ascension and brings Mundo back into the fight.
I mean, I think Blitz was almost dead before he got into the fight then.
And
there's the mega rocket from Jinx.
She may be dying, but those
I think that Urgot wanted revenge on that LeBlanc. He was pissed. So it's good to see him get the kill then.
He just waltzed in and took the last kill. He's now 7-7, and almost got the highest kill participation. LeBlanc really is making her presence known. The further we go on, the more dangerous she's getting. And the problem is, they can.
I mean, we saw then she's got a lot of potential for damage, but she is also very squishy. You know, she's weak.
I think she was very confident after popping both of the 2 enemy carries from the enemy team. She felt quite confident to go in.
She has built the Rabadons, but I think she will be going for Zonya's next because I mean she got taken out quickly in that last fight.
Talisman of Ascension coming in. Warwick with the suppress onto Jinx, and she pops like there's no tomorrow. Q comes out, but Chain doesn't hit onto Zach, and it looks like these 2 should be able to get away unless a Morgana Q hits.
Zach definitely should.
Oh, Singed almost dodging back into that Morgana binding.
Yeah.
And LeBlanc just wants to keep going. Talisman Ascension coming out this time from Blitzcrank. The chain onto Singed, he gets stunned on the tower.
That's
And
Singed.
again, and he's dead, but they...
Singed is gone, but they managed to throw the Warwick on the tower and get the kill on him.
That's nice.
The LeBlanc goes down.
Draven taking a lot of damage here from Urgot. He's got the lock on. Will he be able to finish it off? One more Q. He gets the damage!
Kill on the Draven.
Yeah, hook back in.
Morgana, and I think they...
But the LeBlanc's right there on the edge of the fight, and she will destroy that Urgot. Man, these fights are crazy. I love these teams. Oh, missile coming down from the side here. Just misses on the LeBlanc. I doubt it would have killed her quite, but it was a fair effort, and those missiles or rockets are definitely serving Jinx well. She may not be able to actually stay alive in a fight, or stay alive at any time, or do anything in this match, but one thing she's definitely doing is rocketeering people. If that's the thing.
I think rocketeering is a thing.
Oh,
slow on the Mundo.
On the side here.
LeBlanc. Oh, I thought the Jinx was going to survive that, but...
I thought she did. Okay. She used her barrier, but still not enough. The second activation, when the chain roots them in place for LeBlanc, they're able to do the damage, as she is just hitting like a truck right now. As we have said many times, and cannot get over the fact that she hits like a truck. But anyway, after all said and done, and after that next crazy passage of play, we are now looking at still a 6k lead for...
Well, we're looking at almost a 10 kill difference now.
We are, but the gold remains the same, and that's the important factor. Like, they're getting shutdowns back onto Noxus when they get these leads, so they're reclaiming some of that gold each time they fight with Noxus. They may be losing overall. And
we're looking at a fight in a dragon here.
And that's a flash away from Draven.
Stun goes out, and it looks like everyone's going to disengage, but I think the blue team still won that dragon.
Jinx is pretty far away right now. They need to ward up around this area. Both
need to watch, because if the Blitz grabs through that wall, whoever gets grabbed is gone. Blitz is wandering off.
They need to ward up around this area if they want to contest for dragon, both teams.
Yeah,
Noxus, it's so that LeBlanc can get a pick off on Urgot or Jinx. For Blitzcrank, it's so for Zaun, it's for Blitzcrank, so he can pull someone over the wall and they can isolate them. Preferably not LeBlanc, because she may turn it around, as well as she's very slippery and likely to get away. But it looks like Zaun is just backing off away from this dragon, not confident in their ability to fight, and...
With this Draven, they are taking the dragon very quickly here, and it goes to blue team.
Another smite secure by Mundo there, so that's not bad, and tentative push out here from Zaun, but looks like Mundo from the corner, gets the cleaver down, followed up by the binding.
LeBlanc is way outside of this team fight.
She is, but so is Urgot. Now. Both Urgot and LeBlanc are not a part of this, so the most fed people on either side, not a part of it. Let's have the...
LeBlanc is heading back towards the fight a lot quicker than the Urgot.
Yep, Urgot is trying to scramble his way there, and it looks like LeBlanc's
trying
to
stops
take the blue.
to get blue, which means that Urgot's in the fight quicker, and Urgot's already got his blue. Doesn't look like there's going to be a fight, everyone's backing off unless someone gets caught. Like the Zac. No, we're okay.
We've got Warwick coming out of the base now. He's got an interesting build actually. He's not gone like full tank. He's not gone for this like AP tank that the Singed decided to go for. Instead, he's got a Wit's End, which is a good idea. There's plenty of AP damage coming out from Singed, and like basically everyone but Urgot and Jinx, because I can't name them right now. So he's going to steal the magic resistance of them, deal more damage himself because he deals damage in magic form, and he's going to get extra magic resistance. And then he's got his Iceborne Gauntlet, which when he uses his Q, he's just going to keep activating that and keep slow fields around. So that makes him more useful than just a thing. And this Jinx is dead. Warwick Suppress comes in and everyone jumps on them. And Blitzcrank looks like he's also going to die as well. There's the Iceborne Gauntlet there, and Draven picking it up with the... Oh, and a Q
Urgot gets caught.
And the
those were some guerrilla tactics from the blue team there.
They were there, and that's what you get for not warding your own jungle and having the confidence to just walk up and take your buffs at this point. Mundo
interesting that they didn't take red point at any point during that. I really thought...
I don't think they care much about it. They do seem
the kills were definitely worth more.
But like, they can take this tower in response to it, and they've probably still got enough time
to get this in head, yeah.
So that's worth more, and they can take the red on the exit if they want to, or they can leave it there and bait out another kill there, which...
I don't think they're going to be able to pull that off a second time.
You say that, but come on. This Jinx has got nothing to live for.
I mean, the Jinx is trying to catch up. Going for a red buff is the sort of sensible thing that she should be doing to catch up, and you were right, they are taking it on the way out, the Draven. Trying to pick it up quickly now. The Zac may be scaring him off.
But we do have...
The Zac steals the red. The Singed goes in. This Warwick might have been caught.
Yep, he's going to flash over the wall most likely.
Yeah, there he goes. But the Zac's following.
Slingshot over the wall, and he's getting...
And there's a Blitz there with his grab up. I mean, I think this Warwick's going down.
He's getting robot fisted, and there's nothing he can do about it, but we got LeBlanc.
The Singed gets away.
Singe
And
gets
there's
away.
now a bit of a fight going
Oh,
on.
that Banshee's
The
little
LeBlanc
paying off
hiding,
though.
trying to catch
Gets
out the
the suppress
Urgot.
down onto her. She uses the second distortion to try and get away. She's going
I
to
think
flash
that
over the
Urgot
wall.
ult just confused Jinx then, because she was aiming in the right place, and as soon as they switched, she looked quite confused.
Oh yeah.
A Baron attempt here, but the LeBlanc is there, and I think the LeBlanc
does
could
damage
single-handedly
everyone.
stop this Baron attempt fairly
She
easily.
could do. She can
The
pick someone
Draven there
off.
as well. Draven's going to be hoping his ult's up.
Blitzcrank hook misses. A lot of damage going down onto LeBlanc though, but Draven seemingly untouched, throwing axes left, right and centre everywhere in the middle of this. Locket of the Iron Solari gets popped somewhere in the middle of that.
I mean, a Baron's been abandoned.
Yeah, Morgana flashes in, gets the ult down onto this Draven.
Urgot gets mullered by the Draven, but the Draven is low now without that Morgana help.
Oh,
Jinx tries to get the cheeky kill and just misses.
Yep.
Nice
Draven
out.
Draven,
Ult's
but
up there.
not able to pick off the kill in the end. Blitzcrank in the bottom side of the map there gets pinged out as he's recorded, so he gets away. But they stop Zaun doing the Baron, which could have given them a way back into that fight. LeBlanc does go down, but I think that's all they lost in the meantime of that, and they pretty much got everyone but Jinx and Blitzcrank, so they got 3 for 1. Which is
Yeah, I
pretty
mean,
damn
another
worth it.
good team fight for the blue team. This is looking increasingly one-sided.
Yeah,
the goal
they are
difference
starting to
is
get
now
more and more.
big. The kill difference is big.
Urgot
Towers, we're only looking at 4-3, but you've lost an inhibitor for the purple team, so...
I'd like to
they're
say that
definitely
LeBlanc
fine.
has hit a sort of peak though. Now she can buy a bit more damage maybe. She can buy herself a Zhonya's, which is probably the most likely thing she should and will do to keep herself alive better when she does get caught out as she dives in for these kills.
Yeah, I mean,
But her
she
damage isn't going to get any higher. Like, the Banshee's Veil came out on Urgot, and you saw that blocking one of the spells from LeBlanc makes a huge difference in his ability to survive her burst right now. So, if we see
I mean,
the
she
rest of the
can
team-
get a Zonya, she can sell the Dorans, and I expect she'll go for a Deathfire Grasp after that. But yeah, you're right. The Banshees is going to significantly slow down her ability to kill the Urgot, but it's only the Urgot that's bought a Banshees so far. Everyone else is still very, very non-LeBlanc proof.
I am liking how this Jinx has decided to itemize. She went for an Infinity Edge, which is a long-time investment, and apparently there's an engagement right here. LeBlanc going in, uses the Sorcerer, she takes a lot of damage in return.
Oh, that Jinx rocket!
It does not kill the real one though. Zac picks it up in the end, but they collapse in onto Warwick and do a lot of damage. Morgana roll goes down into the middle of them. They're trying to chase down onto Draven, flashes away. Blitzcrank taking a lot of damage at the head of his team there. Mundo trying to stop the advance. Singe taking a lot of damage. Urgot taking a lot of damage. They're both down. Zac's also down. Draven turning this around, and it's only the Jinx who gets caught by a Q, and that's quadra kill for the Draven. No, stolen by the.
I mean, the Jinx has to be upset with that rocket. That was so unfortunate.
It was so unfortunate, but it was a good read by the LeBlanc probably, and
Yeah,
on
I
the
mean,
side, like
now we've got blue minions pushing the towers, the inner towers.
Zoan can't afford to fight on the map. They're gonna have to give up a Baron after this. Like, I
Yeah, I
don't
mean,
think- could they even
they're
defend
losing.
this?
I mean, they could lose right here and now if
Yeah,
they
there's
push hard enough.
it's only,
I mean, Draven's in. Draven's got a lot of damage. He's going to take towers quickly. I think it could all be over.
we'll see. Blitzcrank is up now. We've got Urgot following in 3 seconds, and the inhibitor respawns, so the
Inhibitor
tower doesn't
saves
go
them.
down.
Ooh.
Oh, they want to live to fight another day now, but they have to. They need to defend this inhibitor. They can't.
I mean, it looks like this Blitz is going to get
he point
the
grab
grab on the Draven.
He point
Did he grab the
grabbed
minion?
Unfortunately, and Mundo doing some good defensive work here, throwing them out, but it looks like Draven has been caught out on the other side of the map, trying to be jukey. Dodging a lot of stuff, gets through the Blitzcrank, got a lot of damage down in return, but Urgot coming in, and Jinx rocket comes down and claims another shutdown. But there is LeBlanc, and that's 1 kill for her, that's 2 kills for her, and Mundo steals the triple kill. God damn it, Mundo!
Mundo is stealing a lot of the multi-kills here.
To be fair, he's doing work for his team. He's just a block in the middle of the other team that just doesn't.
It doesn't matter how much work he's doing. You steal multi-kills, you're going to be unpopular.
Yeah,
Especially-
but he hasn't stolen a pentakill.
Yeah, I know,
yet.
he hasn't-
If
he
it was
hasn't.
a pentakill, scumbag Mundo, but he's doing his job for the team. He is in there in the middle, and somehow I managed to swap those 2 over there. But he's got a little bit of damage in the form of Leandry's Torment. He's got 3 tanky items, and he's just not taking damage. He stands in the middle of the team and doesn't die ever. Like, he's got 4 deaths. I think he's the least dying person on this map right now.
Yeah, he is. I mean, we've got a couple of people on 5, but
I don't know whether Noxus are toying with them, whether they're like kind of taking.
I mean,
revenge.
Noxus could have just finished then.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Singed and Jinx aren't going to stop
It's
them that
obvious
much.
they like Demacia finished, like didn't finish. They toyed around with Shadow Wars in the last match. So if Demacia did it, Noxus is going to do it. That's clearly how it works. Like Noxus not to be outdone, and To be fair, this has been a lot more of a stomp than the comeback that Demacia had to fight through, but there's so many kills in this game. So many. There's like 67 kills, and like, it's more than 2 kills a minute right now.
Yeah, I mean, the LeBlanc's on 15 kills, which is really good to see. No, it makes
It's
a much
not
more
good to see
exciting match. You know,
Zaun. If you're
no one wants to
Zaun,
see a match where they take everyone, where there's no deaths. You know, people want to see the matches where there's lots of big team fights and lots of kills.
I would absolutely love to see it if someone could win a game without killing the enemy team, just being so good at pushing towers and like just letting the other team go. Like,
Well, I mean, that would require a really bad team comp for the team that get. You know, you'd have to have an all melee team who really struggle to farm. You know,
a bit like the Shadow Isles roster, really. Lol. Cheap shot. Anyway, we've got Noxus pushing up here. This should be for the win. I mean, in a 5v5...
The Zac stood in the bush ready to leap in.
Oh, he leaps in. He just misses the LeBlanc. He's bouncing around in the middle of them there, but Warwick's gone back in onto the other side. He's taking a ton of damage. Morgana coming in here. She's going to pop her ultimate into the middle of them all. The Banshee's Veil has popped down onto Urgot. Cinch taking a lot of damage from Draven off on the side. Rocket takes out Draven, though. And LeBlanc trying to escape up to the top side there. And Mundo untouched in the middle of them all. And looks like the Urgot's managed to pick up the kill from LeBlanc there. So that is a 3-for-1 in favour of Zaun. Mundo's not going to be able to hold off too well. Morgana's going to be able to want to run away. Hook there, lands.
Oh, Mundo's been grabbed.
That's pretty nice. I think Blitz needs to be a little bit careful that he doesn't die. Flashes in with the knock-up. Not quite necessary. He's going to die in response. Cool.
But, I mean, Blitz could have gone down there. He doesn't have a lot of tower-taking potential. It's these three who are going to be able to push the towers.
I'll take it. And they're just going to push down this tower now, and that's a good swing in their favour. I mean, oh, Q lands onto Urgot there. It means they're going to jump in onto Morgana, try and get some damage down. The chompers do snare her under tower. Oh my god, is she going to get away from this? The red buff just managing to get away, but she blows the flash of Jinx in the meantime. Warwick coming in here, uses his Q, pops the Banshee's Veil. Looks like, yep, he's going to use the suppression in onto Urgot in the backside. He's just going to survive, but it's not going to be enough, and it looks like Warwick will go down in return. So they're feeding this Jinx while they're getting these advantages. They've had the advantages. The Jinx are starting to get fed. Like, LeBlanc could just pop her, but if she doesn't, because she's got a Banshee's Veil as well now.
Yeah, I mean, if the Banshees goes back up on Jinx, she's got double buff. She can deal a lot of damage down on that LeBlanc very quickly.
And we saw it then, Zaun just straight up won a 5v5 teamfight. They got a good engage from Zac from the side. It forced LeBlanc to retreat with her distortion, her W forward, her W movement teleport thingy. She retreated with that instead of going in. Meant they had a lot more time before to actually fight. Warwick dove into the backline, but he didn't have the support from the LeBlanc that he was expecting. And
yeah, I mean, I think the LeBlanc's being a lot more cautious now.
Draven destroyed Singed up on the side. I mean, they do need to be careful. If Draven stays alone too long, like, they've got the LeBlanc to worry about, but Draven is the one at this point who is going to do the sustained damage and come out of a team fight and win. He's got 2 Bloodthirsters. 2 Bloodthirsters flying in your face. It's going to hurt. Singed getting caught out of the top by there and taking a lot of damage from the LeBlanc here, who's also taking a lot of damage in return from the poisons of this Singed.
Yeah, I mean, it's the Banshee's Veils which are making this LeBlanc's life difficult, because instead of being able to leap in, deal a bunch of damage, and survive, she now has to try and hit more times. So she's got to pierce the Banshee's Veil first. So she's sitting up back a little more and trying to hit more times, which is making her a lot less useful to her team.
Well, she needs to wait for someone to mass pop it on the other side.
Yeah,
like,
but they've got so many Banshees on the other side now that it's, you know, there's not many abilities on the other team which
there's so much that these Banshees can block, though. Like, yeah, the LeBlanc is the big Fed thing that they want to try and keep away from her destroying them in one shot, but if Morgana just flashes into the middle of them and they've all got the Banshees, Morgana wastes her ult and she gets hooked into the middle of them. Will she try and ult and get away? It looks like she does. Banshee's getting popped left, right and centre, and Urgot picks up the kill.
Banshee's still up, importantly.
Yep, importantly. Blitzcrank getting caught out there. He gets the swap onto LeBlanc. She gets knocked up, changes seed.
Good swap there for Urgot.
And she goes down in the middle of it all. Could this be the start of a comeback for Zaun? They're up onto Mundo. He pops the Randuin's Omen, but the people are just
the Blitz has to be careful here. He's been caught out before.
It's second time lucky, Blitz. Come on.
Start running, Blitz. Oh, he's fine.
Singed in the background is taken
Interesting.
out.
We've got Warwick and Draven still up, and they're 2 formidable champs with, you know, a lot of strength to them. Blitz needs to be very careful here. He's low. He should be heading back right now.
Yes, I think he can stay with his team. If he hooks anyone, I think the team he should have the trust in the team to keep him alive.
Yeah,
he
but
is
I mean,
backing off, which is not a bad thing.
With so many of the other teams down, you know, they should be fine 3v2 now.
They should be. Is Warwick does not have his ultimate up. Draven just used his as well. Got Banshee's Veil.
Yeah, Banshee's will start coming up very soon.
Draven, look at the damage he's hitting onto these people, but he comes out, gets caught out by the Chompiers, and the damage comes back into return.
The knockup by Zac there.
Yep. He flashes away. Warwick trying to take his piece, and both of them taking huge amounts of damage, but if they can defend this turret, it all makes it worth it. Morgana's come back up, LeBlanc's just respawned, I mean Zaun has to back off.
Yeah, interestingly, Blitz heading towards bot lane. I don't know whether he's farming or just trying to do a bit of a
stopping that push. They had a huge build-up of minions there on the bottom side. They lost that tower just shortly after they won.
I mean, it looks like they might lose top tower just to minions now.
Exactly,
yeah,
right. Like, it's building up against them because they're not able to push these side lanes as freely. But Zaun doing very well in the last two team fights, besting Noxus in essentially 5v5s.
Yeah, I mean, they're focusing the LeBlanc, and once the LeBlanc's out the way, it's
kind
just
of
the
funny.
Draven who deals damage, really, isn't it?
There's a war of the suppressions going on. You've got Warwick suppress, who, if he catches someone out in the wrong position, LeBlanc can follow up, the team can follow up with more CC, and instantly kill them. We do have a Baron attempt going down here for Noxus. It is known about. LeBlanc over the wall, gets knocked up quickly. Snares in return.
Oh, beautiful rocket from the Jinx, but it's not quite enough damage.
Not quite enough damage, and that's going to be the same thing. They've got wards both up and down. LeBlanc flashing over to the top, and she dies and isn't going to get the kill onto Zac in return. Meanwhile,
Blue team get the dragon.
They do get the Baron, so it is worth it in that regard. Losing LeBlanc to secure the Baron?
Probably worth it, but I mean, LeBlanc's got to be starting to get a little bit scared of the enemy team. She's died a few times in a row quite quickly now.
Interesting pickup from here from Urgot. Decided to pick up a Mercurial Scimitar so he can cleanse away, I'm guessing, Warwick, or possibly some of the damage from just missing the grab there onto the Morgana, but they're going to keep up the pressure here. They do have 30 seconds, though they've got the Baron buff, they've got 30 seconds with no LeBlanc. So
and Zac's very close to rejoining the team.
Oh, he is. I didn't even notice he was away. A good hook there onto Warwick, brings him into the team.
A lot of damage down on the Blitz. That Draven ult just finishes him off.
Zac goes hard.
Is very deep there.
He's too deep, in fact. Morgana just running into the enemy team. Jinx getting shut down there in the background.
Zac's passive popped.
Warwick in onto the Singe with his ultimate. Urgot trying to do his best. But I don't think it's going to be enough. He's heading around with the damage, and he does seem to be putting a lot down onto them, but there's a lot of team. There's a lot of Noxians running towards him.
Yeah, I mean, LeBlanc's up as well now, and she's on her way. I think this is probably game over.
Yes, it more than likely is, with the 20 seconds to the closest person being a Blitzcrank and 5 members up for the other team. There's a good turnaround there. Zaun, knowing they have to do something, they need to push back, they need to kill some structures on the other side, trying to go for that mid tower, use the window of opportunity. Got a little bit greedy, hooked in the wrong person. Draven with his 2 Bloodthirsters, an immense amount of damage at this late stage of the game, destroying them, and Noxus take their second victory, becoming the first team to get 2 victories, and Zaun unfortunately lose out this time, and my camera goes crazy.
Good match.
Yeah, it was good. It was a lot more action-packed than the last one.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you see these slightly longer games where not that much happens, but there were a lot of team fights there. There was a lot of kills, a lot of deaths. I enjoyed that. That was good.
Yeah, it was good, and yeah, LeBlanc coming back from the early detriment in lane to a very, very fed Urgot in the early stages to just be the driving force behind her team victory.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to wonder whether if
everyone on her team, but
I mean, you've got to wonder whether if the Jinx had been there at the beginning of the match, if she hadn't been quite so underleveled, whether this maybe could have gone the other way. But
it's definitely something to consider. Maybe they could have shut down the Draven, not let Morgana or Draven get any free money as they did, but they did do that anyway with the Urgot. And then
yeah, I mean, she came back very well, but imagine if she'd been there from the beginning. I just think it would have been even closer than it was. It's one of those things
we'll never know. Zaun put up a very good fight towards the end there, taking some team fights to delay their inevitable doom, but Noxus take it. And I'll see you guys next time.
There it is.